In today's news, Premier Wheatley and Bradshaw elected to UKOTA. Premier Wheatley defends position on important piece of legislation. WALWYN describes aspects of cybercrime bill as, and I quote, unlawful. Transfer of powers from commission to minister and ministry in 2025. Ramon G. placed second and third at CRUCIAN Christmas Festival, SOCA MONARCH. 2 former cabinet members in the U.S. Virgin Islands and a current official have been implicated. Scientists highlight urgent need for climate action. We have the details of this and so much more, both on the local, regional, and international scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in.
So, you're a wizard, you drive a horse, and you're uninsured? I'm covered with CG.
Kalazoo!
Comprehensive motor cover for all kinds of damage.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Friday, January 10th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands as well as across the region. Happy Friday and thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natayo D. Wheatley has been elected as the President of the UK Overseas Territories Association and will concurrently serve as President of its Political Council. Joining Premier Wheatley in a pivotal leadership role is Ms. Tracy Bradshaw, UK Representative and Director of the BVI London office, who has been elected as the Chair of UKOTA. The government noted that the appointments mark a transformative moment for the organization as it prepares to build on the momentum from its 30th anniversary celebrations and address critical global challenges. Premier Wheatley emphasized the importance of collective action in this new role, stating that this is not just about leadership, it's about unity and collaboration. Stating, and I quote, "Together we can harness our collective strengths to address the challenges we face, such as climate change and economic resilience, and to seize the opportunities that lie ahead for our territory. Our voices will be heard, and our aspirations will be realized." Ms. Bradshaw echoed these sentiments, pledging unwavering commitment to the UKOTAs. Alongside Premier, she said, "Wheatley and our dedicated team, we will work tirelessly to ensure that the concerns and aspirations of the UK Overseas Territories are acknowledged and addressed with the utmost diligence and respect." UKOTA, which represents the government of the UK Overseas Territories in the United Kingdom, plays a crucial role in advancing dialogue, promoting collaboration, as well as ensuring equitable representation for all member territories. Under Premier Wheatley's leadership in this role, the organization is expected to prioritize the needs of smaller territories while addressing shared issues such as climate change, economic resilience, and global engagement. The British Virgin Islands last held these posts in 2016 under the leadership of then Premier Dr. the Honorable Orlando Smith, with Benito Wheatley serving as chair. The highly contentious Police Bill 2025 was Thursday, January 9, 2025, passed with amendments in the House of Assembly. Following a heated debate and a contentious process of members, particularly those in the opposition, debating, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natayo D. Wheatley stated that the bill was important for not only addressing the Virgin Islands' crime challenges, but improving global perceptions of governance and law enforcement in the territory. The Virgin Islands Police Bill 2025, which will largely impact every single resident of these Virgin Islands, was passed during a combative process that bypassed the traditional public consultation period between the second and third readings. Wheatley sought to defend such actions and the moving forward of the bill, despite opposition and lack of public consultation and support.
We do have to come to the conclusion that we have to put mechanisms in place to confront, to obstruct, to prevent, to arrest illicit activity in our community and our society.
Further seeking to justify the legislation, Wheatley labeled it as a significant step in addressing the territory's crime rates and strengthening its reputation globally.
it's a serious responsibility that we have. And I take that responsibility very serious. I know it was suggested that my presentation yesterday was performative or theatrical, something like that, like put on a show or something like that. But I want to assure the members of this House, and I want to assure the public, that I take this very seriously. And, you know, I've lost several family members to violent crime over the past few years. I, day before and on a regular basis, speak to a young woman who the mother of her children was murdered and left behind two or three children. And the type of difficulties that young lady is having in surviving and making ends meet, and even from a psychological standpoint. I mean, there's a real human cost to the illicit activity which is taking place, or the violent crime. And we have to, in a very real way, confront it.
Wheatley also acknowledged public distrust in the police and the various public concerns about the bill, but heeded that politics should be placed above a country.
And we have to put politics on the side. We have to put politics on the side. And I dare say in the past, we've used these circumstances, we've used these opportunities to stoke fear in the public and to use that fear for political gain. Say, the government is not looking out for your interests. I mean, it was even said yesterday that we're selling out our people. No, we're not selling out our people. We're not selling out our people. That's not the intent of anyone in this House. And I already started to hear the murmurings in the community from yesterday evening about legislation which is being passed that's going to have a negative effect on our community. And I'm saying that we are taking a responsible approach to this issue.
Up next, viewers, we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer in line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Just give me my service.
Yeah! Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all for sticking with us. Moving right along, during a recent debate in the House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands, 6th District Representative, the Honorable Myron V. WALWYN raised serious concerns regarding the proposed amendments of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Bill 2025, describing aspects of the bill as, and I quote, unlawful, and highlighting risk to the constitutional rights of Virgin Islanders. He spoke in detail about the fact that this bill was seriously jeopardize and will jeopardize, the rights of citizens and is not, in fact, in relation to the cybercrime, but instead stated that Wheatley is being hoodwinked.
The House of Assembly has got to learn to do its investigation to understand what it is you're being brought here to do. This act is not about no cybercrime and no mutual evaluation. It is not. It is false. It is false, and I will show you it's false. It is to correct the errors in this case. It has nothing to do with a mutual evaluation. Absolutely nothing. And the Premier got up reading that foolishness without even checking to see that he's being hoodwinked.
Premier Wheatley said numerous gaps in the current act severely limit law enforcement investigatory powers, which he says also undermines matters before the court. He also referenced the mutual evaluation report, which requires urgent revision to the current legislation, which Honorable WALWYN strongly denounced, providing evidence to his claims. Citing a High Court judgment, WALWYN argued that the proposed amendments are being used to circumvent judicial limitations previously identified in the Cybercrime Act.
This is what the court had to say. Under a proper reading of this act, as amended, it is clear that Section 14L confers power in relation to investigations of offenses created by that act. They're speaking about 14L, the Principal Cybercrime Act. And that section cannot be transported out of the act into any other statute. In other words, this section cannot be used as the basis for issuing a warrant in respect of offenses not created by the act, for the act does not expressly or by necessary implication permit that to be done. You understand what I'm saying, Madam Speaker? I put it to you today. So what is being done here now is any other enactment at common law is being used to plug what the judge said you're not supposed to be doing. That is what is happening here. That is what is happening here. And you are coming full speed ahead, not paying attention to anything and rushing the things them through, and they're going to be unlawful. I'll show you more. Look at B. In subsection 2, by inserting paragraph C, the following paragraph: require a person in possession of an electronic key to provide access to such protective information as necessary for the purpose of investigating the offense.
WALWYN, however, heavily criticized the government's haste in advancing the legislation, condemning the government's 1-2-3 approach to passing bills that have significant implications on the fundamental rights of each Virgin Islander as well as their freedoms without public input. A key issue WALWYN highlighted was the provision granting police the authority to compel individuals to provide passwords or electronic keys for their devices. He argued this contravenes constitutional rights, specifically the rights to remain silent and freedom from self-incrimination.
In relation to any electronic data means any key, code, password, algorithm, or other data, the use of which with or without keys. So what this section is doing now is saying that if the police come in your house, and I'll show you further down, and they're supposed to have a warrant, let's say they say you commit a firearm offense. The warrant will tell you what the offense is and so on. And because you can't carry it to the magistrate or the judge. You go in and you're supposed to look for things that in relation to the firearm thing. You ain't gonna call, go in my fridge, go take out nothing. Go in my bed, take out my shoes. No. You're supposed to go in for things that are in relation to the offense. You go on in there, you see my cell phone. My cell phone has a lock on it. Yes? It's private. What you are authorizing here now is giving the police power to tell somebody that they must give you the password for their phone. That is what you are proving here.
In a significant restructuring of trade governance, His Excellency Governor Daniel Pruce announced during his speech from the throne on Tuesday, January 7th, that powers held by the Trade Commission will be transferred to the Minister of Trade, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, and his ministry. This move comes after Premier Wheatley assumed responsibility for the Ministry of Trade in October of 2024, following the dismissal of former Deputy Premier and Minister for Trade, the Honorable Lorna Smith, OBE, Territorial At-Large Representative. Governor Pruce said amendments will be made to the Virgin Islands Investment Act 2021 and, of course, the Business Licensing Act 2022, which will centralize, he says, trade authority within the Ministry of Trade. The governor explained that this strategic shift aims to align trade services more closely with Virgin Islands' broader economic development goals, fostering a cohesive and streamlined approach to investment and growth.
In 2025, substantial amendments will be made to the Virgin Islands Investment Act 2021 and Business Licensing Act 2022. These changes will strategically transfer authority from the Trade Commission to the Minister and Ministry responsible for trade, enabling a more focused approach to developing our trade services. This transition will be accompanied by a comprehensive restructuring of the Trade Department to ensure efficient delivery of services. The centralisation of authority within the Ministry will better align trade policies with our broader economic development goals, ensuring a cohesive and strategic approach to fostering investment and economic growth in the Virgin Islands.
Now, a key element, viewers, of the amendments includes the introduction of a two-tier approval process for foreign investors, which will be seamlessly integrated into a one-step service system.
As part of the amendments, a two-tier approval process for foreign investors will be introduced, which will be seamlessly integrated into a one-stop service approach. This innovative system is designed to streamline procedures whilst maintaining rigorous oversight. This approach ensures that whilst the government maintains necessary checks and balances, the process remains efficient, transparent, and user-friendly for all foreign investors seeking to contribute to our economy.
Governor Pruce also announced a restructuring of the Residency by Investment program, which will be moved from the Investment Act to the Immigration and Passport Act.
The amendments also aim to create a more responsive and agile regulatory environment, capable of adapting to the dynamic needs of both local and international investors. In line with this goal, the government is making significant changes to its investment and residency programs. The Residency by Investment program will be separated from the Investment Act and placed under the Immigration and Passport Act. This change will introduce new pathways to resident status, establish clear guidelines and criteria, and implement a quota system based on our territory's capacity, creating a more structured and transparent system for those seeking residency in our beautiful islands.
Amendments to the Business Licensing Act 2022 are also in the works to reduce bureaucracy and hurdles, simplifying the licensing process for businesses.
Furthermore, the Business Licensing Act 2022 will be amended to further streamline the licensing process, reducing bureaucratic hurdles and fostering a more dynamic economic environment.
The governor underscored what he says are these legislative reforms aimed to positively position the Virgin Islands as a premier destination for investment as well as residency. Up next, viewers, we have much more on the local, regional, as well as international scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Pop the Balloon or Find the Connection. Let's meet our first contender, ladies. Okay, Joey, so do you have any toxic traits?
I'm very restrictive. I don't give more time. What you get is what you get. I don't like to give unlimited time. That's it.
Okay, can you tell us why you popped your balloon?
That's a little too restricted for me.
Thank you for coming. Okay, ladies, so let's meet our second contender.
Sorry, excuse me. Why did you pop a balloon? I could give you minutes data, unlimited call, overseas call, fiber. What else you need?
My friend used to date you. You are scam. She used to be for everything and more. Nothing to offer.
Okay, ladies, let's welcome our last contender. You look nice. Can you tell us your name?
Thank you. My name is Christian Charles Thomas. They call me C Sweetie.
What do you have to offer these ladies?
Well, security, trust, unlimited time, and a pretty fast.
Okay, so do you have any deal breakers?
Nah, but here's my number. 444-4444. Y tú, vida ilimitada.
Okay, guys, so no pop balloons.
For a fast, reliable, and secure connection for your personal or business life, call us at 444-4444 or visit any of our CCT stores and we'll get you connected with the perfect match for you.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all for sticking with us. BVI's three-time Power Soca monarch, the one and only Ramon George, known by his stage name Ramon G, delivered a stellar performance at the CRUCIAN Christmas Festival 2025 Soca Monarch in St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands, placing in both competing categories. In the jumpy segment, Ramon vowed to secure his place for a hit song, VI Pride. Of course, that is securing 1,241 points to secure first runner-up and held a cash prize of $5,000. The category was won by artist Jamal with his energetic song Splash. Ramon also competed in the groovy segment with his second song, Festiverse. His captivating performance earned him second runner-up and a cash prize of $1,500. The segment was won by artist Black Tess for his soulful rendition of Mr. Feelgood. Here's a look at some of the performances.
I wish I could find a world that has no time, a place where we could fit. Yes, man. The man them nice, the girls them nice, punching cool like ice, setting it bright. Imagine 10,000 people on the road, a party where police can't tell we to go. Bottomless nice days, memories priceless, and we don't have to go home. All we need is girls walking and from the things that is time to have fun. Everybody come and jump up with wings. Plenty whining under the sun. This week with them will never done, and it's legal to mash up the place. We ain't come to play. It's fast every day. It's the energy. The festival is where I want to stay. We ain't come to play. It's fast every day.
Reflecting on the concept behind his song, Ramon G shared the inspiration behind this award-winning song.
If they catch the beginning and when they went on, the performance was based off of, like, we have in the Caribbean a lot of different festivals and carnivals right one behind the next. Yeah. So if you're ever familiar with Avengers and Doctor Strange and so, when you do a little thing, you go from one universe to the next. Right, yeah. So you come like we're going from one festival, one carnival to the next, you know what I mean? And I as a man are doing that for years, you know, drumming or whatever. So like when we leave here, it's a plane to go to Trinidad or St. Kitts or something. So it's like you're going from one fete to the next. So this is the Caribbean is considered the festivals. That's our festivals. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, man. I know he had a. And your guy use a spaceship together, you know.
Of course, because we have so much, like you say, you have Crackover in Barbados,
exactly.
Carnival in Trinidad, exactly. Every island have a own carnival.
Exactly.
We just island happen to everyone.
Yeah, man.
This marks Ramon's second time placing in the top 3 for the jumpy segment and, of course, the CRUCIAN Christmas Festival. In 2023, he also claimed first runner-up with his electrifying performance of Mass Intentions. Congratulations to Virgin Islander Ramon G. 3 prominent Virgin Islanders and officials from the United States Virgin Islands, including 2 former members of Governor Albert Bryan's Jr. cabinet, face federal indictments tied to a fraud case involving Mon Ethos founder David Whitaker, who has already pleaded guilty to wire fraud and bribery. Former Police Commissioner Ray Martinez, former Office of Management and Budget Director Ms. Jennifer O'Neill, and current Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation Commissioner Mr. Calvert White are accused of involvement in the case, according to sources cited by the Virgin Islands Consortium who broke the story. In a statement Thursday, Governor Bryan Jr. expressed concern over the allegations while underscoring the principle, he said, of due process. He said, and I quote, "Today I learned of federal indictments involving 2 former members of my cabinet and 1 current member of this administration." He continued by saying, while these allegations are deeply concerning, I want to emphasize the importance of allowing the legal process to unfold. Every individual is entitled to due process and will respect that principle. The governor reaffirmed his administration's said commitment to what he calls ethical governance, stating, and I quote, "As governor, I remain committed to upholding the highest standards of ethics and accountability. These values guide our work and will continue to do so as this matter unfolds. My administration," he continued, "will cooperate fully with federal authorities as necessary." Now, viewers, breaking it down, these indictments stem from a broader federal investigation into Monethos founder David Whitaker, who has admitted guilty of charges to wire fraud and bribery. The consortium reported that Whitaker's fraudulent activities had previously led to the resignations of Martinez as well as Ms. O'Neill, although White remains within his current role. The year of 2024 has officially become Earth's hottest on record, the global temperature soaring past the critical 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold set by Paris Agreement for the very first time. Now, international climate monitoring agencies announced on Friday the European Commission's Climate Service calculated a staggering 1.6 degrees Celsius rise above a pre-industrial level, while Japan and the UK reported similar increases, underscoring the unprecedented leap in global warming. The record-breaking heat exceeded 2023's previous high by an eighth of a degree Celsius, a jump scientists describe as, and I quote, alarming. The 1.5 degrees Celsius target in the 2015 Paris Agreement represents a critical benchmark to avoid the most catastrophic effects of climate change, while scientists classified this breach in temporary and said that it's occurring over a single year rather than a 20-year average used to measure long-term warming. It definitely highlights how perilously close the planet is to permanently surpassing the limit. In addition to influence of human-induced greenhouse gas emissions, a natural El Niño warning pattern in the Pacific contributed to the 2024 temperature spike. However, experts stress that the primary driver remains the continued burning of coal, oil, as well as gas. The impacts of the record heat have struck July 10, 2024, and marked the hottest ever recorded with a global average temperature of 17.16 degrees Celsius. Now, the past decade, as we review, is now confirmed as the warmest in 1,225,000 years, underscoring the acceleration of climate change and its impact on all areas across the region as well as internationally. Victor Gensini, a climate scientist at Northern Illinois University, called the temporary breach of 1.5 degrees Celsius, and I quote, a red flag. He pointed to a 2018 United Nations report that warned surpassing this limit could lead to widespread human suffering, the loss of coral reefs, and accelerated ice sheet collapse in the Antarctica. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at Tweet4Media and Tweet4BVI on Instagram and Twitter, formerly X. In addition to that, follow us on our WhatsApp channel for daily updates. I want to take this opportunity to encourage you, if you have not already done so, to review our 2024 year in review, which covers crime, it covers government, politics, the trial of Andrew Foy, entertainment, sports, and regional and international aspects, of course, highlighting the major events, not forgetting those we lost, of 2024 that you might have forgotten. I want to take this opportunity to wish you a blessed and happy Friday and enjoy your weekend. I'm Ron Grant. Goodbye.